Okay, we start. We start class now. We move on to chapter 2, good sample and bad sample. This is a very important. Um, Now, everybody we know what means a sample. What means a sample? We are studying a small group of data, trying to predict the whole population. The whole population is. But how to choose the sample is very tricky. It's very, very important. Very, very important. For example, a simple example. You want to go to buy the fruits, orange. And the people who are selling it could be put the good quality orange on top. Test it. And then you test, oh, that's very good. You say, oh. Then you say, okay, I'll buy it. Then you buy a lot. And those bad ones are on the bottom. So you are testing a bad sample. That sample gives you the wrong, the whole picture. By testing the one on the top, you are thinking, oh, all the fruits are good. So the bad sample. For example, the book talk about the poll. Right now, they're doing the poll. They're asking here how many they collect. On the other places, they mentioned they are asking the 1,000 people, who are you going to vote? Who are you going to vote? So 1,000 people. How do you find these 1,000 people? If you are asking the 1,000 people of the friends of the Trump, right? For example, in his hometown, you ask 1,000 people on the street, who are you going to vote? Then most of them will say, I will vote for so and so. That is a bad sample. Bad sample. You guys is unbelievable. And in United States, the different region, they have a different, very strong political inclined. For example, in California state, in New York state, they are always favor Democratic. They always favor Democratic. And in some agriculture states, like the Midwest, you know U.S. map? Do you know U.S. map? Um, I cannot draw very well US map. Okay? And here is Canada. Here is Canada. Here is Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. And here is the Pacific Ocean. Here is the Pacific Ocean. And here is Florida. Here is Florida. And California is here. California is here. New York State is here. New York State is here. These states, the people, they always vote for Democratic. Mostly they vote for Democratic. And the people in the Midwest, I finished my PhD in here. Very cold, very, very cold, Wisconsin. These people, they most likely they will vote for Republican. They will vote for Republican. So if you are doing a poll, the 1,000 people, you are contacting 1,000 people in United States. You want to find out the whole country. If the 1,000 people is here or is here, then they will mostly give you the answer, say, vote for Democratic. Then you are thinking the Democratic candidate is going to win. The Democratic candidate is going to win. This is a bad example. Because on that day, on the November, which day? I don't remember. On that day, the whole country is going to vote. You get your sample is from here. The whole picture is wrong. The whole picture is wrong. Okay? So this is a biased is a biased sample. This is a biased sample. And during the World War II, the British, the jet, the airplane, they fight with German. And many British airplanes were shot down. And about half survived. They came back. So the British, the engineers, they want to improve their airplanes. And they look at those airplanes who came back. And they see there are a lot of shots on the body. Let's say this is airplanes. They see a lot of holes on the body. These airplanes survived, came back. So they think we should make the body thick. See, so the bullets cannot damage it. And a professor from Oxford University, who is a who teaches statistics, the Oxford University, the professor, he said, no, that's wrong. For those airplanes came back, on the wings, no holes. No holes. On the wings, no holes. He said we should do the opposite. We should make the wing stronger. The body doesn't matter. The body doesn't matter. And the logic is, those airplanes, the wings was shot. They crashed. They crashed immediately. They didn't survive. The airplanes didn't come back. You are looking at the sample who are lucky. Those airplanes were lucky. They were shot on the body, not on the wings. So you reached the wrong conclusion. Say we should make the body stronger. Those really damaged airplanes is already in the ocean, or in the mountain. They crashed in the mountain. They crashed to the ocean. You are not looking at those samples. Those are the samples we should look at. So the British, the industry took the opinion of this Oxford University and enhance their wings, not on the bodies. And that was a success. This is a famous story showing that the sample, what sample you are looking at, what sample you are looking at. And another example, in today's on street, you always see some people say, oh, this is a very good medicine, makes you feel so good, somebody. And your friend be with you and say, yeah, that's right. My mom took it, and my mom's illness or get away. This is very, very good. And your friend is honest. He didn't lie. But is this really good? What's the problem? Your friend is honest. He says, oh, my mom took it. Oh, yeah, very, very good. What's the problem here? What is the problem here? You are looking at the wrong sample again. Why is the wrong sample? Your friend is honest. He didn't lie. And that is true. His mom took it, and the cancer went away. What's the problem here? What's the problem here? The problem here is similar to the British, is a little bit similar to the British, the jet story. The sample is wrong. Why it is wrong? because many people took it. This, let's say 100, your 100 friends mom took it, and then for 99, nothing happened. Nothing happened. For one, for some reason, maybe it's unrelated with this, just because his mom is happy because his son is doing good in this university, and all the problem, headache, everything disappeared. So those 99 friends' mom didn't say a word. They didn't say a word. Only this one said, "Oh, good! Wow, this is very good." The 99 do nothing for the 99 people. They didn't say a word. You only heard his one voice, which is from him. Which is from him. So, you got the opinion from a bad sample. From a bad sample. Here, my goodness, this is on YouTube. I hope nobody is watching YouTube. Another example is religion. I'm not against religion, but even myself is a religious person. So in church, some people say, "Oh, my religion made the cancer disappear," so and so. And that's true. He's not lying. He's not lying. But the problem here is this single voice, and there are many people who on the church, their cancer didn't go away. Their cancer is still there, and they even died. But they didn't go to front to speak out. They didn't go to front to speak out. So you only heard one or two people comes to the front and speak out, saying, "This is makes my cancer disappear." So you got the sample of the two people. Does this apply to the whole? Some students say, "I'm really doing something bad." Okay, this is off the issue. You got my point? Yes. The sample could be biased. Even some people selling on the street, selling this, and even though that is true, is your neighbor told me, "Yeah, I took it. Yes, very, very good." You have. So does every neighbor took this doing good? Maybe not. Maybe they all took it that didn't do anything. Only this neighbor say, "Oh wow, it's doing good." And the reason doing good maybe is other reason. It's not related with this. Because of this neighbor that took it, did nothing. This is why I'm saying statistics makes people wise. Makes people wise. Don't be fooled by all these sales people. Again, I'm not against the religion. I just found the reason I raised that example because it is a common in religious situations. One or two people or yelling, say, you, those people never watch. So one is a bias. One is a bias. And another is a voluntary response. Voluntary response. Voluntary response. What is the voluntary response? For example, these days people want to doing the poll. They send out the mail to people's home and ask people to circle it and mail back to you. And for example, this I have all kinds of bad examples. I feel sorry. I feel sorry. So let me change the wording a little bit. I hope you guys don't sue me. See, Dr. Lee is talking all kinds of bullshit. I know what it is, but if you want me to give you the example, then it became another sensitive. The reason the voluntary response is when most people receive the letter, ask to circle that. Most people just trash it. And only those people feel very, yeah, I really love him, yeah. And they mail it back. Or I really hate him, then most people just trash. So if you mail out 1,000, you received 100. Those 100 responses are very strong mental. The 900 people, they are just thinking, oh, he's okay. I don't have time to mail back. So those 900 people's opinion, you didn't collect. What you have is those 100 out of 1,000 people. Oh, yeah. So and so. This is a voluntary response. Looks like you got the response. But those is not give you the whole picture. It is not correct, give you the whole picture. This is a voluntary response. Unfortunately, these days, for example, they want to do the poll to see who are you going to vote. They make a phone call. Sir, do you have a minute? And you just come home. You just came back home. and you received a phone call and say, may I ask you, who are you going to vote? Many people just, I don't have time, I'm hungry, I just came back. And he put it off. And only those people have a strong opinion. They have a strong opinion. Oh, yeah, I'm going to vote for him. Yes. So if you call 1,000 people, you call 5,000 people, and only 1,000 people answered your phone call. Only 1,000 people answered your phone call. That's about right. 20% people answer the phone call. And for me, I'm lazy. I even received the surveys. Have you ever received the survey on your phone? See, I don't know if you understand the language or not. Oh, sir, can I take you a couple minutes, ask you some questions? Many times the people just hang off the phone. Just hang off the phone. So this is the problem, the poll. This is why the poll result, they are predicting who is going to win the election. On that very day, everybody went to vote. The result came out differently. Voluntary response. Let's do one question. Page 30. Question 2.3. Question 2.3. Letters to the editor. You work for a newspaper reporting a bill. Do you know the bill? Legislation, the law. They are making a law to open a school in the state. They are creating a law to regulate how to open school. For example, this is I don't know. So you mail out many letters to the public. You send out many mails to the public. And you received 201 response. Only 201 people mailed back to you. Guess what? 171 say no. Oppose the legislation. Oppose the legislation. Does it so? $171 out of 201. Does this mean is this many? What's the percentage? It's almost 90%. Almost 90% oppose the law. Does this mean 90% public? oppose the law? Oppose the law? No. Why? Because it's a voluntary response. You mail out many, maybe 1,000. You mail out 1,000. So, if this is okay for him, he just, this is okay. Or say, I don't care. So most people who are okay with the new rule, they didn't mail back. Only those very angry at the law. Oh, this is a very bad law. So they mail back to you. This is why you got so high percentage. This is why you got so high percentage. Are you following me?
Yeah.
So,
everyone is ready to go. What? Because that's
one student says everyone is ready to go. He's saying a small sample. For me, the population is everybody in this classroom. Here and a few with a small sample is ready to go. That doesn't mean the whole everybody is ready to go. So that's bad sample. It's a virus. It's a virus. Everyone.
voluntary response. I don't want to answer.
Here, for me, the population is how many? 36 students. For me, the population is 36 students. You are based how many people? 5. A sample. So it's a bias sample. Okay, we stop here. Okay.